I woke up, but I couldn't move. Sleep paralysis. I knew the feeling. But something was different. My bedroom door was slightly open. I heard footsteps. Slow, dragging, getting closer. I tried to scream, nothing came out. The steps stopped right beside my bed. Then the mattress sank, like someone sat down. A warm breath touched my ear. Tonight, you won't fall asleep again. And then I realized. My eyes were closed. So how could I see it standing right in front of me? The guide told us not to touch the walls. Of course, I did. The stone was warm and soft, like skin. I pulled my hand away, but something stayed on my fingers. A thin layer of dust that moved. It started crawling under my nails. Relax, the guide said. That happens. What happens? He smiled. The pyramid remembers who touches it. The lights went out. And I heard the walls around me begin to breathe. The tourist ignored the sign, "Do not enter." The tomb was small. Forgotten. Inside, a sealed sarcophagus. He opened it. A foul smell filled the air, mixed with something strangely sweet. The mummy inside had open eyes. He ran. That night, in his hotel room, he heard sand moving across the floor. He blamed the wind. Until he saw the footprints. They led from the door, to his bed. By morning, he was gone. Only fine sand remained on the pillow. And the imprint of a wrapped hand. As if something held him all night. I got a call from my own number. I thought it was a glitch. So I answered. It was me. Crying. Whispering, "Don't go home." The call cut off. I laughed it off. And went home anyway. When I opened the door, my phone rang again. Don't leave your closet door open tonight. There's a reason people close it before sleeping. When I was a kid, I used to leave mine open. Until one night, I saw something move inside. I thought it was just clothes. But then, it moved again. Slowly, stepping out of the darkness. I froze. It looked exactly like me. And it whispered, "Finally, my turn. Don't look under your bed tonight." I mean it. Last night, I heard breathing coming from beneath mine. Slow, heavy, not human. I told myself it was just my imagination. But then my phone fell off the bed. I leaned down to grab it. And something whispered, "Finally." I froze. Slowly. I checked under the bed. There was nothing there. Then I heard it again. Right behind me. Don't turn around. If you're alone right now, listen carefully. Sometimes, when it's completely quiet, you can hear breathing that isn't yours. Slow, uneven, right behind you. I didn't believe it either. Until last night. I was sitting in my room, scrolling on my phone. When I heard it. Breathing. Right behind me. I froze. I didn't turn around. My phone buzzed. It was a notification, "Don't move." It hates when you look at it. I thought I'd only be lost for a moment. The forest was dense, night fell quickly. No signal on my phone. Then I heard footsteps. "Hello." I called out. "Hello," the voice replied. My voice. I froze. The footsteps stopped, exactly when I stopped. I started running. So did it. I ran until I saw the lights of the road. I stumbled out, gasping for air, and turned back. The forest was silent. Then I stepped out of it. Slowly crossed the road. And this time, I was the one who stayed still. If you hear knocking at exactly 3:00 a.m., don't open your door. Last night, I woke up to 3 slow knocks. Knock, knock, knock. I checked my phone. 3 a.m. I stayed still. Then it happened again. Louder this time. Knock, knock, knock. I walked slowly to the door. And looked through the peephole. I saw myself. Smiling. If you wake up tonight and see a second door in your room, don't open it. A guy posted about it last week. He said he woke up at 3:12 a.m. and noticed a door that wasn't there before. It looked exactly like his other doors. Same color. Same handle. At first, he thought he was dreaming. But when he touched it, it was real. He opened it slowly. Inside, was his room. The same room. But darker. And something was standing in the corner. Watching him. The next morning, he posted one last update. It followed me through. Every night at 2:47. I hear scratching inside my walls. At first I thought it was rats. But it started sounding different. Like fingers. Slow. Careful. Last night, it stopped. And I heard something else instead. A whisper. Right behind the wall next to my bed. It said, "I know you can hear me." I froze. Then my phone lit up on the table. No notification. Just one message on the screen, "Let me out." Have you ever seen someone who looks exactly like you? I did. I was walking home late at night when I saw someone standing under a streetlight. Same clothes. Same face. Same everything. It was me. I stopped. It smiled. Then it started walking toward me. Faster and faster. I turned around and ran. When I finally got home, I locked the door and checked the mirror. I was still outside. Don't stare at your reflection for too long. People say your brain starts to distort what you see. But last night, it wasn't my brain. I was brushing my teeth, just looking at myself. Normal. Then. I smiled. But my reflection didn't. It just stared at me. Slowly. It started smiling back. Wider than I ever could. I installed a security camera in my room. Just for safety. Nothing weird at first. Just normal recordings. Sleeping. Scrolling on my phone. But one night, I checked the footage from 3 a.m. And I saw something wrong. I was sleeping in my bed, but the camera angle changed. Slightly. Like someone moved it. I live alone. The next night, I stayed awake. Watching the live feed on my phone. Everything looked normal. Until the screen glitched. For just a second, I saw myself, standing behind my own bed. Watching me sleep. I turned around instantly. Nothing there. I checked the camera again, it was still pointed at the bed. But now, I wasn't in it anymore. I always lock my door before bed. Always. Last night. I checked twice. Locked. But around 3 a.m. I heard it creak open. Slowly. I didn't move. Didn't breathe. I just stared into the dark hallway. Nothing there. After a minute. The door slowly closed again. Click. Locked. This morning. The key was on the floor. Inside my room. I live alone. At least. I thought I did. Every night, when I turn off the lights. I hear breathing in my room. Slow. Deep. Not mine. I tried holding my breath once. Just to be sure. The breathing didn't stop. It got closer. right next to my ear. And then it whispered, "Why did you stop? If you see a face in your window tonight, don't react. Just ignore it." My friend didn't. He told me he saw someone smiling at him from outside. The problem is, he lives on the 10th floor. He stared at it for a few seconds. Then it waved. He panicked and turned off the lights. When he turned them back on, the face was inside his room. I got a notification on my phone. From an app one don't even have. It just said, "Open the camera." I ignored it. A few seconds later, another notification, "It's behind you." I turned around. Nothing. I checked my apps. Nothing new installed. No unknown apps. But the notification came again. This time, my screen opened by itself. The camera turned on. Front camera. I was there. Just staring at my phone. But behind me, someone else was standing in my room. Not moving. Not blinking. Just watching. I turned around instantly. Nothing. I looked back at my phone. Now it was closer. Sometimes, my reflection used to lag. Just a little. Like when I moved my hand. It followed a split second later. I thought it was just my eyes. Until yesterday. I stood in front of the mirror. And didn't move at all. But my reflection did. It slowly raised its hand. And tapped on the glass. From the other side. I noticed it while walking home. My shadow looked wrong. There were two of them. One moved exactly like me. The other was just a little off. At first, I thought it was the street lights. But even when I stood still, the second shadow kept moving. Slowly. Like it was catching up. I tried to ignore it. Walked faster. It followed. Closer. Closer. When I finally got home, I turned on the lights. Looked at the wall. Only one shadow. I laughed. Relief hit me instantly. I went to bed. Turned off the lights. And in the dark, I saw it again. Standing next to my bed. Not on the wall. In the room. It was 8:30 p.m. The house was silent, except for the occasional creak of the floorboards. I was in the living room when I heard a soft whisper from the hallway. At first, I thought it was the wind, but then I noticed a shadow moving under the door. My heart started pounding. I slowly walked toward it, each step echoing in the empty house. The voice whispered again, "Can I come in?" My hand froze on the doorknob. I could feel the cold air around me, the hair on my neck standing up. I glanced into the mirror across the hallway, and saw someone staring at me. Someone who shouldn't be there. I turned back, and the hallway was empty. But the whisper lingered, closer than before, "I see you. I always see you." I found an old photo in my phone. Just me, standing in my room. But I don't remember taking it. I checked the details. Taken at 3:12 a.m. I was asleep. I looked closer. In the background, my door was open. But I always sleep with it closed. I locked my phone and tried to forget it. A few minutes later, I opened the photo again. Now the door was fully open. And something was standing in it. Last time I checked, it was closer. Don't scroll. This video is about you. Someone is watching you right now. Not through your window. Not through your door. But through your screen. They've been waiting for you to watch this. And now that you are, they can see where you are. Look behind you. No, seriously. Look. I live alone. At least. I thought I did. Every night, I hear footsteps upstairs. Slow. Careful. Like someone is trying not to be heard. So tonight, I decided to check. I walked upstairs. Turned on the light. Nothing. But when I turned it off, the footsteps started again. Right behind me. This is the last message ever recorded. A man claimed he was the last person alive on Earth. No people. No sounds. Just silence. He started recording videos to stay sane. Day 1. Day 5. Day 12. Everything was empty. Until day 30. In the background of his video, someone was standing behind him. He didn't notice. But the comments did. There were no comments.